Joshiebear plays Minecraft.
What is going on, everyone? It's Joshiebear. We are playing the Minecraft. As you can see, we are outside for once. The sun shining upon our faces. Which way is the sun? I think it's above me. I gotta look up now. Now it's shining upon my face. But as you look, you can see maybe a little bit of a change to our little pathway here. I've added in some wood variants to make it look a little bit more, I don't know, textured or interesting. It's one of those two words. Hopefully you like it. I kind of like it. We might be able to do some more with that later. But before we get to today's project, I wanted to kind of update you on where we are with the slime farm decorations, and I'm pretty happy with how it's turned out so far. Now, it took some time in between episodes to clean some things up. I did extend the ceiling up a little bit all the way across just to kind of open this room up. I think it feels a lot better like that. And I added in some wall decoration, and I kind of like how this turned out. It's a lot like what we have upstairs. And I didn't put a roof on this because I'm not sure that I want to at this point. I kind of like the way that the stone feels. It's kind of like, okay, we dug out this big area, almost like a stone quarry, and we put up some things along the wall. Some of it for support, but some of it to make it look a little presentable for other people who are coming down here. You know, maybe an angel investor is going to come and say, I can triple your output in marketing and all this stuff. We'll just give you a bunch of money, and you'll be the #1 slime ball producer in the Minecraft world. Of course, you can't have angel investors in a single-player Minecraft world, so we're going to leave that fantasy behind, and we're going to go back topside, because today's project is going to take us outside and then back underneath another hill. That's right, we're going to work on our potion brewing station today, and this is a relatively simple project there's many different ways that we can do this. Some of them are automated. I've done some automated ones in the past, but I'm not going to go that route. This is going to be more of a select your ingredients, watch it brew, and take your potions as they're done. Now, this project isn't going to require much as far as materials go. A few hoppers, some of these droppers here. We'll need, of course, the ingredients for the potions that we're going to have in this station. I'll need some item frames, which I've already collected, some fence gates, water, a little bit of glass, and of course a brewing stand. Now, the first thing I kind of need to decide here is, all right, how far out is this going to come? Because I need a little bit of space, but not much. And where is my brewing stand going to be? Because that's going to kind of determine where everything else goes and where this kind of gets centered. But just to kind of give you an idea of how this works, basically we'll have dispensers or droppers kind of set up like this, and then here like that, and there'll be 4 tall here, and then we'll have some buttons on each side of these, and the item frames will go on the back of these dispensers or droppers. And then what they'll do is there'll actually be a water right here where these droppers will put the items in. They'll shoot up bubble columns into a stream of water, which will come over into a hopper that'll be on top of our brewing stand, which will put our ingredients in. Then our brewing stand will also have a couple hoppers in the sides of it for fuel and for water bottles. So it's really going to be like a semi-automatic thing. So I'm not going to have to interact with the brewing stand a lot, other than just getting my potions out. I thought about kind of like an automatic unloading system for this, but I don't think that I actually need all of that. So we'll go ahead and we'll grab the potions ourselves. We'll have a chest here full of water bottles to make sure that we can put water bottles in. We'll have a chest for the blaze powder in the back, so that way we can keep it fueled. But really it's just going to be, I want this ingredient, this ingredient, this ingredient, and our potions should get brewed. All right, I've got a few more materials I need to gather. I think some fence gates and some of the soul sand for everything. Of course, the brewing stand and a few hoppers. But I'll go get that. We'll come back and we'll start to lay this out in the way that we want. All right, so I didn't grab my brewing stand or the soul sand, but we can at least start to set up the face of this. And I'm going to use iron blocks for some of the parts here because I have more iron than I'll ever use. And when I was kind of setting this up in my testing world, I was using iron blocks as my building block, and it actually looked nice. So I'm going to keep it as such. But let's kind of decide where's my brewing stand going, and let's kind of see 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's from the edge of that. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So our brewing stand could go somewhere like right here, I think. 1, 2, 3, yeah. So if our brewing stand goes here, right? That would give us, actually should give us plenty of space here. So if I were to go ingredient, and then we go modifiers, right? And that still gives me 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I think that works. That should work just fine. And then we'll just kind of do this here, right? So we'd have button here. Actually, those need to go over one, like this, because if we don't, we'll be triggering the other ingredients that we don't want to trigger. So we'd have button, button, button like that, and actually be more like this. Just like that. And then all we do from there is kind of stack these up a little bit. And we would have something like this, right? And then we can set our droppers in here just like this. We just need one more row on top. So I could just, nope. We can do, yeah. Placing blocks is hard for me today, apparently. We just kind of go like this. And then we get those last droppers in. All right, so this is kind of what we're looking at here. We'll have our main ingredients over here. I think I'll put netherwort here, and then our modifier, so like gunpowder, redstone dust, and glowstone dust. It'll all be here for whatever modifier we want. And then our ingredients, I've only got it set up for 8. There's only 8 potions that I can see myself really trying to brew here. So I'll have like fermented spider eyes. I'll have regular spider eyes for potions of poison. Golden carrots. Glistering melon. Ooh. Anyway, like glistering melon. Gas tears. We'll have blaze powder. We'll have magma cream and pufferfish. So that should give me a lot of the main potions that I'll want to use. Also, phantom membrane is going to go into here somewhere. So we'll figure that out as we go. I don't know if I want the spider eye. I don't use potions of poison much, so we'll probably just put phantom membrane for the slow falling potions in one of these slots. All right, so I think it's time to place our brewing stand down so that way we know where we're going. And I think what we'll do is we'll actually place it on this block here. So it shouldn't actually, no. I think I'm going to want to move that over a block. So it won't be perfectly centered here. But we can always add a row of blocks on this side to give it the same amount of space taken up. Now I'm going to go ahead and place in my hoppers. So I'll have one on top. That's for ingredients. We're going to have one in the back. That's for fuel. And then we're going to have one here in the side. That is for glass bottles. So if we go ahead and do this, right, just got to place these in here, just like this. Now we have a place for fuel and glass bottles, and we should be good to go. And now that I'm looking at it, I need to set everything back. So back to this here real quick. Just got to kind of move all of this out of here and move it back one block. All right, that looks just a little bit better. It actually looks like it's going to work. So really the next step here is, and I've already dug this out, is to get our soul sand in place and get our bubble columns going. So that way we can put in our dark oak fence gates, which it could be any fence gate that you want. But we need to put fence gates in above the top layer here so we're not triggering those. And get our water stream in so we can start pushing items into that hopper. Now this part is actually pretty easy. We'll just do that for now. That actually should be all that we need as far as the water goes. So I'll fill those parts in there. And I want to make the top of it glass because I want to see the items. I want to be able to see the items like kind of pop up and run down. So the back can be more iron blocks, I think, just because. And that basically runs like this. So we can pretty much just fill this in. And I am going to have to dig out some of the ceiling, I think. But that's really all that goes into that. Now what I'll do is I think I will dig out some of this ceiling just so I have some room to work here. All right, now that I've given myself some room to work, we can start to actually put our water in. So really this is just, no, I need to go up one more level, I think. Yeah, we'll go up one more level here just to be sure that our bubble column is sufficient. I'll do that, and actually I might end up putting a piece of ice there. I don't think I have any on me, but basically our bubble columns will go here, and we'll fill all of that in. We'll put in some kelp to get that going, and then we will put in our water stream that will transport the items from here to here. All right, so I've got that mostly filled up. Before I get any more in there, I need to make a way to kind of block off this water stream here. So we're going to go ahead and start putting in our glass. And I think I can get away with this. I will need to put some glass over top of these chests to make sure that no water escapes out the side. But we should be okay here. And I think that's good. I think that's good from there. I just tried to double jump to go into creative mode to fly. All right, so I think it might be time to start putting these in, or at least this one. So what that one's going to do is that one's going to stop. We can actually do this. So that one's going to stop this from getting any water into it and allow the items to drop into it. I still think that this needs to be an ice block. So I'm going to go get a piece of packed ice here. Throw that in there just to make sure that there is enough momentum for the items to get through. Because I did find when I was kind of playing around with this in my testing world, and sometimes the items would just kind of get stuck. So I want to make sure that that doesn't happen. All right, so let's put this piece of ice in there. I think I do need. Would I be able to get away with not having a source block here? Let's find out. No, I'm going to need one more full block of water there. There we go. Now I can plant all that. Now we do this all the way across because the droppers can be a little unpredictable as far as where they shoot the item. So we're just giving them as much space and much opportunity to get pushed up to the top as they possibly can. So that way we eliminate the loss of items, right? Or eliminate any chance for this to kind of mess up. Yay, and here we are. All right, so now it's time for us to start to enclose the top of this in some glass. So that way we can put in our next water stream, and I don't think I have enough headroom still. But basically, we get fence gates here. And we go like this. 5. Just like that. We open them up. And then we put another layer of glass on top like this. And I'm going to need more headroom. All right, so now that I have that extra layer of glass up there, we can now put in our water stream. And that should take us right over to there. All of that should run pretty perfectly. I think I might put another one of these in here real quick. Because I actually don't think I need both of those there. Just this one. Because what I wanted to do is fly up and then flow into here and just drop down this chute. And we can actually test that out really quickly because there's no fuel in there. So it's not going to hurt anything. We'll put that torch back up here. And I lost some buttons. Oh no. Let's put our buttons back on here real quick. And then I will just put a random object in this dropper. Shoot it up. We should see it fly up to the top. Down into our hopper. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right. So one more layer of glass on top is all we need at this point. And just as a roof to make sure that everything stays sealed in. And we are all set. This should be ready to go. The only thing that we really need to do is just make sure that we have fuel and glass bottles so that it actually brews something. But that is it. That is the potion brewing system all in place. Now we just come over here. We put our item frames on each one of these droppers to make sure that we understand which is which. And we start to fill everything in. I definitely feel like there's still some more work to do here as far as decoration goes. But we are pretty much ready to go. I am going to go ahead and start to get these filled with the ingredients that I want in here, or at least labeled. And then we'll start to talk about decoration and whatnot. I think I'm going to keep it pretty clean. I mean, this is a little more rustic. and it's because I was trying to go with the style here, but I think this is like potions make me think of science. So like we kind of want like that really clean laboratory feel, and that's kind of why I went with the iron blocks to build with here. But we'll need some lighting, a little bit of decoration. I think I'll put in some iron trap doors maybe to kind of help with that. I like the whole bubble column idea on the sides like I've got here. So we might add in a few of those just to kind of give it a little bit of motion. We'll think about some flooring and how we tie these two sides of the room together. All right, it's time for the big reveal, and that was that was not as smooth as I expected it to be, but here it is. Here is our brewing station. Yeah, is about all I can say about it right now. It's not finished. The room isn't finished yet, but I think it's got the feel that I want. It also has the bubbles on the side. In fact, it's on the same side, regardless of what one you're looking at. So that was kind of a happy accident. I didn't plan that out at all. But yeah, it's ready to go. I did start some of the floor in here, got some stairs in here, extended my path appropriately, I guess. I'm still got to work on the entrance a little bit. But it is time to test this thing out. And with all the phantoms I've been killing at night since I haven't been sleeping, let's try to make some slow-falling potions. Now, if we click on the brewing stand, I do have some water bottles in there. I do have some blaze powder in there. We do see, what the different effects are, and we do have our recipes here. So if I wanted to, I could name these items. I do believe with name tags, so I could have water breathing, strength, fire resistance, potion of health, things like that. So that way, I remember what does what, because gunpowder obviously is a splash potion. It's the redstone and the glowstone that I get mixed up. So redstone you want for slow falling, or water breathing to extend the amount of time. Glowstone dust is for things for strength or health. So that way you have more health or you get better healing out of it or better strength. So I think we're going to brew. Let me clear out some of this stuff here first. I think what we'll do is we'll brew ourselves a potion of slow falling with extended time. So for a potion of slow falling, we do need nether wart to make awkward potion, right? We can double check just to make sure. All right, so it goes in there. What are you doing in here? Anyway, slow falling is phantom membrane. So we put our phantom membrane in there, and then we get our redstone for time. So if we look in this hopper, we should see phantom membrane and redstone dust. All right, so our potion of slow falling is now brewed. We're just getting that time extension on there, and these will be ready to go. All right, and our potions are done. So now we have potions of slow falling for 4 minutes. We just take those out. Our water bottles fill back in, and we can potion our next brew. No, we can brew our next set of potions. So we do have to do these in the order of the ingredients because it's not super smart. We have to be somewhat intelligent about what we select. But as long as we select them in the right order, give it a little bit of time, everything will fall into the hopper in the correct order, and it'll get pulled out of the hopper in the correct order. Now, some of you have probably seen a brewing station much like this, and I will admit this is not necessarily fully my design. This is actually based on a design that Pixel Riffs did not that long ago for his survival guide. And it seems like it's the best solution for me. So I kind of went off of that. I didn't go back and watch the video, so I'm not sure how close this is to his design, but I remember when I first saw that design, it's set up a lot like this. So I will link that in the description, give credit where credit's due, because I am certainly not smart enough to come up with this on my own. In fact, I originally tried to design this with the droppers in a horizontal fashion, and unfortunately, droppers horizontally, when you power them, it powers, for whatever reason, it powers the one next to it. But when you do it like this, if I press this button, it doesn't power this one, and this one doesn't power this one. So, again, more things that I am not smart enough to figure out. Now, I did add this little access doorway to make sure that I was able to come back here and check things out if I needed to. There shouldn't be any reason for me to come back here since this is all closed off, and there isn't any reason that this would break the way that it is. But if we don't see like an ingredient going through, we can at least come up here, see if it got stuck on one of these fence gates, and see if there's a different solution. But the way this is set up, it should work fine. But it's always nice to have that little bit of insurance, a little bit of peace of mind when it comes to projects like this. So we do have a lot of work to do on this room, but I'm pretty happy with how this has turned out, and it's going to do everything we need to do. I think this will be another one of those projects that we kind of work on over time as far as the decoration goes, because we have a lot of other things that we need to take care of before we get into the, okay, let's decorate this kind of thing. Well, now that we have a station to brew all the potions that we want to brew, we have to think about one thing, and that is, how do we fuel this thing? Of course, brewing stands require blaze powder in order to brew potions. Now, all of these things are relatively easy to get. Gas tiers aren't as easy for us right now. Magma cream may not be that easy for us right now. But like spider eyes, phantom membrane, I haven't been sleeping, so that way I can get the phantom membrane. These we buy off of farmers. I can fish for this. The blaze powder, though, we need it for potions, and we also need it for fuel. And we've already started on that solution, which is a blaze farm. So next episode, we're going to go to the Nether, and we are going to try to get this blaze farm put together and running, so that way we don't have to worry about fuel for this. We also can start to think about fueling our super smelter with blaze rods, even though we just set it up to get fueled by bamboo. We might change that around. But yes, that is where we're going to spend our time in the next episode. And after that, we're just going to be getting some farms together, getting ready for drowning in my own lake. No, we're going to be getting some farms together to make sure that we have resources like gunpowder. We might even think about a sugarcane farm here soon, so that way we are fully ready for when we go to the end, fight the dragon, do the in-city raiding, and get ourselves a Elytra, because it's time for us to start flying around. Well, with this project all done, at least the functional part of this project, we've actually taken a pretty large step forward in our world. So we've got some other projects to finish up before we hit the dragon fight, but it's coming soon, very, very soon. I would say probably in the next 3 to 4 episodes, we'll be going to fight the dragon. But hopefully you've enjoyed this episode, you've enjoyed the project. Please make sure, leave your comments below on what you think of the design. Is there anything that I might be able to add to the exterior to make it look a little bit, I guess, more science-y, or if there's anything you think that I could do in the room itself to make it look a little bit better, let me know, because I get to this point in these projects and I go, okay, how do I go about doing this, or how do I go about decorating? And I usually, that's when we leave it for later. So your comments are very much appreciated. Also, the support you've been showing is very much appreciated. If you want to continue to show your support, leave a like, hit that subscribe button, tell your friends, your family, the person that grooms your dog. Do you have something like that? I don't know, you can leave a comment and let me know if you have a dog groomer. I don't know why I'm asking it, but hey, it at least starts some conversation, right? But anyway, I'm Joshiebear. I'm out of here. I'll see you later. That was awkward. Let me try that again. I'm Joshiebear. I'm out of here. I'll see you later.